Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we will be talking about the best weapons, armors, food, trading items, horses, and pretty much more items based on overall value. So I made a similar video when the game came out, but it was very basic. I missed like a couple of things, right? Actually, a lot of things if I really think about it. And we've gotten some new weapons since then, so I'm making an updated version. So now this is based off the global default values of said items. Some of these items might cost more in your world because of inflation or abundance of the item. Also, this is based on the vanilla game. No mods or crafted weapons from smithing are included. Also, some of the higher items might not spawn in your world and may be found after winning a significant battle. But there are mods that currently add like a shop to most towns that sell high value items. Now, before you do download a mod, here's my mod warning. Every new patch we receive might break the mods that you install. This is normal for early access since a lot of code is always being changed. If you use mods, please be careful and mindful that updates break mods and cause game crashes. But if you are going to use mods, best place for mods in my opinion is Nexus Mods. They have a long history of managing mods and downloads. I've used them forever and the downloads have always been safe. I'm not sponsored by them, trust me. I just don't want you guys to get like a virus or something by downloading from a different site. But if you do choose a different site, please read the reviews, do your homework and all that, so you get the best experience. But the website link to Nexus Mods will be down below if you guys want to go check that out. Now let's get to the best items in the game. There's a lot to go over, so you can pause if you want to see all the stats, but I'm pretty much just going to list off the category and then the item, and I'm going to put it on the screen as well. Also, if you want to have a list of all the items, I have a script. It has everything that I'm going to say in this video, so if you want to go check that out, it will be down below. But alright, let's get right into it. So first we have pack and mount animals. So for pack animals, mules are the most expensive. They're the most common, but they cost more hand to hand. Next we have is camels. So for camels we have the Hunsfree, I think. That's how you pronounce it. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. And for future stuff that I'm about to say, I'm probably not going to pronounce it right. It is what it is. Alright, so let's move on to horses. For horses we have the Pure Blood. Now let's move on to melee weapons and shields. So the first melee weapon we have is the dagger, and the best one is the Falk's knife. Then we have the one-handed sword, and that is the engraved backsword. Then we have the one-handed axe, and that is the northern rectangular bitted axe. Now for maces we have the Cataphract's mace. For two-handed sword we have the Thamaskeen steel two-hander. And then for two-handed axes, we have the heavy executioner's axe. For the one-handed polearm, we have the thin, fine steel hewing, hewing? I don't know. Spear. Then for the two-handed polearm, we have two that are tied at number 1, the sledgehammer, and the, that's a good one, the Ramfalia. Again, my pronunciation ain't the best. It is what it is. Then for shields, we have the tall heater shield. And now let's move on to ranged weapons. For bows, there's 3 tied for number 1, which is the noble bow, the southern strong long bow, and the noble long bow. Now for arrows, ballista arrows is the best. For crossbows, you have the bound crossbow. And for bolts are all pretty much the same price. And there's only 2 kinds, which is the normal and the tournament. Next we have is throwing weapons that can be found during a siege. So these are kind of different. You can't really buy these. You can't really carry these into battle, but they're found in sieges. And that is the fire pot and the boulder. They're both tied for number 1. Now, for throwing axe, we have the Highland and Southern throwing axes are both tied for number 1. For the throwing knife, we have the Southern throwing daggers. For the javelin, there are 4 javelins that are tied for number 1. And those are the hook javelin, the Jareed, the broad blade javelin, and the harpoon. Now let's move on to food. So for the best food we have is oil, and butter came at a close third. It must be a bug. Now let's move on to smithing / trading items. We got tradable items that cannot be used in smithing, and that is spice. And for smithing items that pretty much can be used in smithing, are made from smithing and refining, we have the Thamaskeen steel. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably saying it wrong. Now let's do armor for your battle outfit. So this is the one you see the most. This is the one you fight with. So first we have head armor or helmet, and that is the Imperial Guarded Lord helmet. Next we have the cape, and for this is the Imperial Laminar shoulders. Now for body armor, there are 3 body armors that are tied for number 1. First, the Imperial scale armor. Then we have the Northern Laminar over Habruk, and third we have is the Laminar with scale skirt. So those are the 3 that are tied for number 1. Then we have the hand armor, which is the, I'm pretty sure, I hope I'm saying this right, the Laminar plate gauntlets. And for foot armor, we have the Laminar plate boots. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm probably saying it over and over, and it's irritating some people. It is what it is. Now let's move on to the civilian outfit. This is what your character is in pretty much when you're in a town or at a keep. So inside or kind of like, obviously outside in the town. For head armor or helmet, we have the upturned fur cap. For cape, we have the desert fabrics shoulder pad. For body armor, we have the leather scale armor. For hand armor, we have the rough tied bracers. For foot armor, we have the reinforced suede boots. Now let's go to tradable animals. So cow is the most valued tradable animal. And finally, let's move on to the horse harness. So the Imperial Scale Barding is the most valued horse harness. So hopefully, this video it was a quick video. It really just got through all the best, So let me know what you think about this type of video. I might do a couple more, like the lowest valued items that aren't in the game, but they're in they're in the game, but you can't really get them without, opening up a different menu. So let me know if you'd be interested in those type of videos. But like always, let me know any concerns, anything like that. And like always, stay safe.